Am I recording?
Oh, it's red.
Right there.
Yay!
All right.
Rick, we're gonna clap, right?
Yeah, we can. Go
To
for it.
sync.
You do it.
It's everywhere, Ben.
Yeah.
I know, but he didn't have to
it
move
right
it at
in
the
the
beginning.
Do it really.
Right,
Do a few.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
go.
I think all of us doing it at once makes it worse.
It does actually. But I got enough spikes to sync that up now.
Sorry.
Are we set?
Yeah, we're
okay.
good. It's gone.
Thirsty?
I'm not.
Take it away, Maya.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the 360 review podcast, our very first one, using the 360 camera. So just so you know, you don't have to leave it on me. You can actually like swipe and spin it around to everybody. So
Look how distorted I am. Whoa!
The more you do that, the more distorted you are. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna-
Whoa!
do the wave
Yeah.
all the way around.
Look at his fish eye. It looks so good on me.
Especially when they're looking at Matt, like your
Yeah.
face probably just did like a twist.
Yeah, maybe somebody should like slide in so they can see it and spin it.
Look at me. Do I look bigger?
So I don't know. I'm
I've
Matt,
done my makeup.
I'm Ben.
I'm Nick.
Aaron.
and we're gonna talk about Power Rangers.
Yes. Power
You
Rangers.
can pause, rewind, and then swipe to hear all our voices as we say them if you.
Mm-hmm.
wanna.
Do it again.
Yeah.
We'll
mad.
wait.
Yeah. We'll
So I've been waiting to have this conversation for 25 years.
25 years.
I knew that this movie would happen.
You did.
And you're 28. So you're a very, very smart 3.
Yeah.
28.
I haven't learned math in that
You're
time.
precog.
29.
29, eh?
Yeah.
I like to
More like
think
20 years.
after the trailer, I like to think that Kanye West was the driving force for why this movie got made, because of the Power song. He basically like predicted that they were gonna remake Power Rangers.
I didn't know that.
So Kanye West was in the movie?
No, he wrote
He
this.
was well, like his song
Because
was
I
in the
didn't-
trailer. So like when they did. Skipping, are we gonna spoil at this? Just
Yeah,
come on.
spoilers,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Spoilers,
This whole
spoilers.
thing is a spoiler
Of what? Do we say?
of Power Rangers.
Okay.
But yeah, like the scene where they're in the big showdown in the street, like when the song picked up, that was Kanye West, which is like
Oh.
I'm sure was
I'm not familiar with his work.
90% of their budget.
Yeah. You mean the Go Go Power Rangers? That song?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wrote
that was him 30
Yeah.
years ago.
Genius. I'm gonna vote for him for president. All right,
So
Matt.
yeah,
keep
it's
it away.
basically like the whole movie was essentially described as a gritty reboot, right? But would you even call it gritty?
No.
I didn't think it was gritty at all.
I think, yeah.
How would you describe it?
I think it's everything I wanted it to be. It just. I,
It's like teenage Transformers, except there weren't any Transformers until like the end of the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would describe it as like, you know, do you remember as a kid when Transformers were like, the toys were out, and they're like way too expensive, and your mom says, "Well, we're not gonna get that," so they get you the
Transmorphers.
the generic, the generic Transformers. That's what I kind of felt like with the the Zords and stuff. It's like they're not quite Transformers, but hey,
It's kind of
you can afford this, right?
It's
So-
a robot, isn't
yeah.
it?
A robot.
Yeah, except controlled by humans and not like a sentient car.
Yeah.
maybe
So what?
Maybe we should tell Nay listeners the plot of the movie.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go down.
Like really quick though. 'cause,
Well, yeah.
like,
Also, like if you don't even know what Power Rangers Transformers, let's talk about what Power Rangers is. It's basically 5. In this case, in the original show,
Teenagers
it was
with attitude.
specifically teenagers with attitude. That was on the criteria.
Yeah.
In this one, it was just sort of they happen to be teenagers. Get like stumble upon Zordon, who in this is like a inanimate head who gives them superpowers to fight crime or fight
Sort of
like
almost like an alien that like
Yeah.
protected
yeah,
Earth
yeah.
from some shit.
It was kind of
Yeah.
cool. Well, yeah. Look, it opened up with that cool battle sequence. I mean, we're spoiling, right? Of the cool battle sequence. Are we talking about the movie or just
just a general idea what
Oh.
Power Rangers even is.
Okay.
But we could start in the movie. I have a lot to say about
Yeah.
the first 5 minutes.
Okay, so basically Power Rangers is Voltron, If you ever seen Voltron.
Yeah, it's basically
If they don't-
Voltron, isn't it?
It is.
It's
Voltron. There you go.
Yeah, you got it.
On Earth, in Angel Grove.
So we'll
Now
agreed
we need to
then.
explain
There we go.
Voltron.
Now we're done.
So Voltron is.
I never watched Voltron.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, the
If
music.
you went back and watched it now, would you say the same?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
I tried to watch X-Men. The cartoon.
told me it
and
was-
like, I don't remember it. So I stopped. I didn't want my childhood
Yeah,
ruined.
just let the nostalgia stay.
Yeah. All right. So let's
So
talk about
basically, yeah. So basically, we kick it off with like a lot of Bryan Cranston as himself, which I wasn't. And Bryan Cranston is basically a Power Ranger, and like
He's the Red Ranger.
He's the original Red
The leader.
Ranger, and they're in this like chaotic like fight in
Prehistoric
Cenozoic.
time.
prehistoric times.
Cenozoic. Did you read the words?
When was the Cenozoic? Is that a made-up era?
65 million years ago.
Is that before Jurassic period? That's all I know.
Jurassic period.
I would
was
say-
before that. I
Yeah,
believe.
before.
Oh.
So you're out of luck.
Excuse me.
Anyway, so there's this big fight scene, and like the world's ending, and he's like scrambling, and the Green Ranger is the bad guy, but Bryan Cranston was a Power Ranger, but he's actually an alien. But I was actually really surprised that they
Had him.
I just kind of assumed Bryan Cranston just kind of was going to be a voice, because Zordon is just a head that floats, so you could just
Well, they deviated from the material.
and
as
they
far
even
as I can
did
tell there.
exactly. But like the fact that he actually had to do a scene
with makeup. and
with
everything.
makeup
Yeah.
and like a full bodysuit as an
Yeah.
alien.
Yeah.
Let
kind
me
of
just
funny.
say his head was really veiny.
Yeah.
It was quite
It was actually very reminiscent of Star Trek aliens.
Yeah.
From the series.
Vaguely humanoid.
Yeah, yeah. Just put a little, silly button
Little
on
shit
there.
here, little shit here.
Yeah, you're good. You're down.
Yeah.
Otherworldly all of a sudden.
Yeah, good. And we got your Play-Doh.
Hi, I'm Bryan Cranston. I've been propping up movies with my visage for 3 years now. You might remember me from such movies as Godzilla.
The first 5 minutes.
That's just like this movie, kind of.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know if they did a motion capture, or if they could just sort of like they know what his head looks like.
It's probably digital. And, why
Yeah.
not? We didn't know. It's like, fuck it, we'll do it digital.
Yeah.
Why not?
You mean the face on the wall?
I think it's this podcast evolves.
I think it was his real face.
No, I'm
too.
talking about the. Fuck you. I'm talking about the him as a Power Ranger at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was him. That was
Oh,
him
that
for
was him?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That had to have been.
Yeah, I know the face is digital.
So did you know?
Thanks, Dad.
I have a theory, and I've seen him in interviews and stuff on like Colbert, where he did an interview for this movie. But I have a theory for why he was even in this movie to begin with. Do you know why?
I have no idea. I'm blind here.
So he was actually in the original series Power Rangers as one of the villains in the costume. As like an aspiring
Are you
actor.
kidding me?
Yeah.
That is
And
awesome.
so they showed it on Colbert's
That
show.
is
He's just
awesome.
like, yeah, Power Ranger.
That is so
And he's
awesome.
doing the voice too.
That's also. So he says, "I want to do this." He approached them.
I don't know. I'd assume so.
That's awesome. You know
To
what?
give back to Power Rangers.
And Bryan Cranston makes the movie that much better. He makes
right.
every movie that much better.
He's a good actor.
He brought sort of that like half Walter White anger voice at one point too. He was like
Yeah.
60% there.
And a little bit of
Get
Malcolm in the
out.
Middle, Dad.
Yeah, get out of here.
Just a little bit of Malcolm in the Middle, Dad. This. I don't even know the name.
a
of
nice,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
nice-
It's time to shave my back. Don't forget the ass crack.
Go, Power Rangers. Morphin time.
Well, but yeah. So then, right after that, so basically, the idea was that he's the original alien in prehistoric time and buries the like Power Ranger coin, magic crystal things and then it flashes forward 65 million years to
Angel Grove.
To Angel Grove.
What day of the week is it?
Monday.
Oh, it's been 65 million years.
That was a good joke.
That's humorous.
Yeah. But I thought, so they flash forward to discount Zac Efron, who's the main character.
He was.
He looked like Zac Efron.
He was.
Like the whole movie.
But I liked him better. I liked him a little
How
bit
many?
better.
I don't think I've ever seen a Zac Efron movie.
I actually saw one called Orson and Me that Zac Efron was in, and it was about Orson
Of course
Welles, and he was the side character. So like that's the only Zac Efron movie I saw because I love Orson Welles, not High School Musical.
You showed them.
Yeah, you told them. So basically, Zac Efron's with his like some friend that we never see again, and they're like they're doing like a high school prank.
Yeah.
And this is okay. I have a lot to say about like this was more of an adult movie than I think anybody like any parents bringing their kids to the movie could have, because like in the first 5 minutes there's a joke about one of the kids. So the prank is that they're bringing a cow into the opposing team's locker room, but like. His friend makes a joke that he basically jacked off the cow.
So wait, it was a male cow.
Yeah.
So you got the joke.
But is a male cow a bull? Like when does it become a bull? That's what
This
I mean.
is this
bull
is
as
the
opposed to-
semantics of cow versus bull versus
What is
him
it like? But like,
literally saying I had to use
has-
two
it
hands
has
to
one
milk
udder.
it. The one udder.
but it looked like a cow to me.
If I recall,
Not a bull.
it had horns, like big old horns. didn't
Yeah,
it?
but so does some.
those are little ones.
What do I know? You live in Texas. You're from Texas. You know all about cows.
As far as I remember,
Yeah.
a bull is an uncastrated cow, male cow,
So that's a bull then.
and then the
Yeah.
steer is the castrated one.
Oh.
I could be completely wrong.
We're taking your word for it.
Yeah.
All right. We continue.
Well, so basically, like, the whole adult theme, I guess, was like a big, like, they talked about jerking off in the shower. They talked about a rape van. They talked
Yeah.
about sending nude pics to each other.
That's what it was. I kind of got lost in that one. They didn't show
You were
it.
lost in her eyes. I saw.
If they had shown it, like
Yeah.
high school kids sharing their nude pics, you would've
She's
got-
18.
Yeah,
You're 31.
Power Rangers would have been rated R. Power.
Oh, powerful.
Yeah, but and also like they instead of like because in the old show they would say like they'd call each other Dunderhead or something, and this they're like, oh, he's a douchebag.
But Billy wouldn't call anybody
No,
bad names.
and that was kind of I love that.
Billy was my favorite character.
Yeah, he was by far the best. Billy the Blue Ranger.
That's right.
Billy the autistic Blue Ranger.
Definitely Billy.
Do either of you guys ever know Leon Nolan?
Yes, you reminded me of Leon.
Yes.
You reminded me of
I'm
Now
sorry, who?
it's Nolan. It's
Nolan
Nolan.
from New Media.
He's like,
he
I can do-
graduated maybe.
You want to hear my impression?
Did I know anyone?
No, stop.
Yeah.
That's right, stop.
He was like,
No, he was really
Did I know
amazing
him?
talent. He
Did I
lives in
know
LA,
him?
I think now.
Yeah,
Did I
he
ever
worked
meet
on
him?
what's that zombie movie that came out with Woody Harrelson and
Oh,
Zombieland.
Zombieland? Yeah, he worked on that.
Yeah.
It's like post production
Wow.
or something. Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're
Yeah, but-
making this podcast.
Yeah, but
This
he,
is the
he
start.
probably lives in the. We're gonna make it big, kid. Real big.
Feeling
This
really
door's-
good about myself right now.
Take another shot.
I
Looky, I got lucky.
I have to wake up in the morning.
So then, so back to the power. Yeah,
And the tour moves on.
yeah. So basically, they do like a Breakfast Club montage to like.
I was
introduce
waiting for
everybody.
the Simple Minds song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they like everybody
But-
gets detention.
Could we talk about that action? Well, could we talk about the action sequence in the beginning with the
With
car?
the car, it
That
was pretty
was
good.
really well
It was
done.
pretty good. They
was
did
a little-
the like dizzy 360.
Yeah,
thing
it was
that
like,
we're
man,
doing.
I was like, can that camera turn one more time for me, please?
You're like,
Just one more.
I need
okay,
to see the
Ralph.
I need it one more time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ralph. You know, it was. But it was like that's a lot of work for like just
Everything.
just that beginning shot.
And they like timed up the cars coming in, and
Yeah, you know what I appreciate about this movie overall, they didn't phone it in. Yeah, they didn't
No.
really phone it in.
I-
But continue.
wonder what the budget was.
I'm
Bet
sure it was a lot.
I feel like they kind of phoned some stuff in, like.
Well, we got a judgy Jason over here.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like they could have shown more of like the transformation and stuff like that. They just kind of hid that in the smoke and the fire.
Well, I think
And
they're
then
kind of
when
made-
they
Oh,
became
for the
Megazord.
for
I'm like,
Megazord.
Megazord. Show that.
Yeah.
I think they want to have a reveal though. I think it's kind of. I actually got a little goosebumps when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a thing as showing too much.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Because
Can't
if,
blow your load.
if you demystify it, I don't know.
Stare right at the camera after blow your load.
You can't blow your load.
There's some post work for you. A little glint in his teeth.
Man, this podcast got really expensive.
So what did you think of the five characters? So we had they used the original names, which is pretty cool.
But they mixing them up.
So this is what I thought.
I
So
like-
they made, is it Trina?
Trini.
Trini, who's the Yellow Ranger. They made her a gay character, which I thought was pretty cool.
Vaguely gay.
Yeah, they didn't really.
Well,
commit, but like, yeah, I guess it's.
I thought they
steps.
were gonna,
Ambiguous.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna play like Kimberly and
They kind of
Trini.
were for a while, but it
But
was
they
more
didn't-
like friendship.
It was more friendly.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting if they went there.
I just thought that was a step in the right direction, considering we have the original Power Rangers on, and like the
Yeah, very
original Black
distracting,
Ranger
I
was black, the original
I
Yellow
don't have a
Ranger
problem
was
with that.
Asian.
and I like
They're just
how
trying to make it easier to remember who's who.
Original
Well,
Blue
it-
Ranger's like 50 years
Taking
old.
pride in your heritage. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
well I like how the blue Billy was like, what, you know, when he said my favorite color.
Yeah,
It was like,
I'm black.
I like how they called
they
it
did
out.
a little joke. Yeah,
Are you
pretty close. You're
Yeah.
you're like
on it.
popping over the
just gonna cover the camera up?
Yeah.
Right?
logo out.
Oh my god, we just got shut down.
Yeah. Cut off. Well, so what did you think of the Black Ranger?
He's my favorite character.
Really?
Oh, no.
The blue.
not the pigmentation of his skin, Ranger. The Black Ranger, I kind of didn't like him.
Who was
I'm confused.
who was
now.
Asian, just like in the 1995
Yeah, they went-
movie.
I think he should have been the Yellow
We're
Ranger.
watching it right now.
Don't you think?
Yeah, so the Black Ranger was which I'm disappointed because in the original show the Black Ranger was my favorite,
Zach.
and he sucked in this one.
Yeah, he was kind of like you're.
He's like over the top, like crazy man. And
Yeah.
they tried to like
I mean, I liked his.
force in his like
I liked his mother's.
sentimental story.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that they tried to do like their own little
So
stories.
you felt it was a little forced.
With him, yeah.
I think the
Maybe a smidge.
I think when he wasn't with his mother shots was forced. I think like the mother shots
He
were
was
good,
fucking-
but I think it's like, dude, you're a fucking maniac, you
Yeah.
know.
But then he's a fucking maniac.
Sometimes
but
we need
I'm gonna go
maniacs to
play
save the
chess with
world.
my mom, who's bedridden.
Yeah.
Do the Chinese know how
It's
to
a
play
weird-
chess?
Oh, they know how. They have a whole sector of people that just learn how to play chess in the Chess Olympics.
I used to play chess, you know.
I'm pretty sure he was Japanese, right?
I'm pretty sure they were speaking Mandarin, dude.
Yeah.
Mandarin?
Yeah.
I don't know it well enough to know
Well,
the words, but I think I know the sound.
One of
it.
us is racist, so we'll just have to like cut it.
I don't
out.
think it's me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you.
Superman can't be racist. I stand for truth, justice, and the American way.
Hmm.
Well, so you were saying that you like Kimberly, that she was like cast really well.
She looked. No, I thought she almost looked like the original actress. Who
In
made,
some of the shots with, yeah.
yeah, like they cast her almost like the original actress.
I mean, in most shots, no, but in a couple, I agree. with
Yeah, yeah. Like she was pretty close to looking like the original actress.
Until she did her
you.
like
The one
hardcore...
you wanted to have sex with, Ben?
No,
That was convincing.
I'm a man, right? Red-blooded American.
Darn tootin'.
I thought.
I thought her little story sucked.
Yeah, I thought it was like didn't make sense.
Well, so like
it made
she was
sense. It was just stupid.
She
Yeah,
was the
like-
well, she was the one that brought up the rape van. She was the one that was like, "You have a van," and he was like, "Oh, I have a van, but not like that." She's like, "All vehicles are like that." So I was thinking like it was gonna get really dark, but when like I have this big secret, and it was just like I'm the one that sent the nude pic of my friend.
So
It's
wait,
like,
so what was that story?
Oh my
about?
God,
I was
who
so
the hell
confused.
cares?
yeah,
I was
it's
so
just,
confused. I
I'm
didn't
gonna
really
break
care.
into your house and like just confess
Everybody else has
that
got
I-
real problems.
Well,
Yeah, it's like my mom's dying.
So yeah.
Pig.
All right. So can you explain to me what that like what happened with her little storyline with the picture and stuff? I was
A
like,
friend
she
of
sent him-
hers took like a nude pic and then showed it to her. Then she sent it to someone else.
That's the whole story, and then she lied about it.
So in other words, teenage
To the
shit no
principal.
one cares about.
oh,
Yeah.
did she like the guy that she was?
I don't know.
She was her boyfriend, right? And then she punched him for
So
no reason, I guess.
wait, what?
Right?
Evidently, we all saw the same movie, right?
Yeah.
We did?
So
She punched him. I think.
I saw a lot of
who- what,
They didn't-
They were cheating.
I don't think a lot of
Look at
these
the
roles.
picture?
I don't think these
Would-
relationships were well defined. You don't need to know that.
Was he
Yeah.
was he
We
cheating
did.
on her with her
I
friend?
think that's probably.
That was probably implied.
And that's okay. Okay, I see. I didn't know.
It could be a lot of implication.
So she's like,
There's-
here's
She
the
wasn't
naked
bad.
picture of the chick you're cheating on me with. And
That wasn't
punched her
bad.
in the face.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is she like?
okay.
Why is that so secretive? You know?
So the one guy got in like a crazy car wreck where he like
Red Ranger.
we'd never see his friend again.
Yeah.
He's dead.
We didn't hear what happened.
We never even he just kind of goes to detention.
They're all
Yeah.
dead.
So he killed his
So
friend.
dead.
Billy's dad is dead, so he's like trying to
Billy, no.
and he's the best character. So whatever he does is good.
Yeah.
Kimberly is trying I
Billy's
thought
is-
just trying to come out to her parents and couldn't. It's moving around. So and then
Trina.
Zach's mom is really sick and he has to take care of her. And then Kimberly sent a nude just for her to pick around and is an outcast. The Breakfast Club.
It's so
Yeah.
hard being a teenager.
God
And
help
Jason's
the
dad is a
outcast.
fisherman who found I can't think of what
He
her
found
name.
Rita's body.
Rita's
That's
body.
right, Rita, the villain of the movie.
Such a
But-
So we
small
got
world.
like Zordon and alien names versus Rita.
And Jason's dad.
That's a legacy name.
Jason's dad's the first
a
boyfriend of Pam on The Office.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that
pick
out of my head.
Daryl.
Yeah.
Or not
None
Daryl.
of that Daryl.
Roy.
Roy. It's like
Roy.
I couldn't get that picture out of my head.
Like when he pulls up in the car, he's just like, Pam! That's what I wanted to yell out in the theater, but I can't.
Yeah. He mentions The Office just casually,
Yeah.
just and looks
I was on
straight
The
at the
Office.
camera.
I was on The Office.
So yeah, that's a good segue. So like Rita is this corpse that gets pulled up in a fishing net in a storm, and then she just sort of
Well, she died like a bitch when Zordon hit her with a tiny meteor.
that,
When he said meteor and they said Cenozoic era, I thought, oh, it's going to be the big meteor that gets rid of the
Yeah, it's just
dinosaurs.
like-
But it's just like a basketball.
yeah.
Bing.
Well, so her like whole motivation at the start was like, I guess there's a life crystal on every planet.
That's actually a reference to one of the seasons of the Power Rangers, Power Rangers Zeo.
That's a deep reference.
That's when.
How did I know this? Don't ask me.
That's far beyond why I left the series.
It was like
I
two
did-
or three,
it was
two
like-
seasons after the
It was
first.
like 4 episodes in. Nobody picked up on it.
I watched Power Rangers. Okay,
Well, no, I didn't watch it. Like I didn't watch when
you
it
watched
was-
the very first season.
Yeah, when
And
it
then-
became Turbo, I was like, I'm out.
I think Turbo was after. No, Turbo could have been before Zeo. I don't know. I didn't really watch those things either. I just know of them. But yeah, Zeo is crystal stuff, and they drew from actual lore.
Do you know what Zeo means in Italian?
No,
It means uncle.
So okay.
So Power Rangers
Good
uncle.
fun fact.
you have enriched this podcast. with your
The more you know. We'll put a
more you know.
rainbow over your head.
Brought to you by.
So the whole idea is she was trying to she was a Power Ranger who turned evil, who was then trying to get power crystals to take over
Pretty much
universes.
what they're trying to say is the Green Ranger will always suck
Yes,
every single time,
exactly.
Yes.
Until he turns.
To the white.
Or her she turns.
or they get blasted into outer space.
Yeah. And so so when she wakes up 65 million years later, that's what she wants is the power crystal.
Because she wants to be able to destroy and create worlds as she sees fit. That's what they said.
See, the message was, I think, a more global message of why Rita, like she was discovered when we were fishing, and I think globally we are overfishing.
That's what it was about. You're
And
right.
it was like, if
The
we
whaling
overfish,
industry.
we're gonna capture this evil of Rita Repulsa and destroy the
Keep
whole world.
going, you're
because
onto
we-
something. I
we-
think
yeah.
you're really
Support
onto
the
something.
fish sanctuary. Yeah, or the yeah.
And if we dig for gold too much, we're gonna make a giant gold
That's
mine.
right.
We're
We're
just, yeah.
the
You're
capitalist,
reaching-
capitalist scum
You're
and
reaching
Krispy
so
Kreme
far.
It was an
are-
environmental
You can
movie.
taste.
That's right.
It really was. Yeah. Don't overfish. And gold is gold. You know.
Support the gold reserve.
Yeah. Fort Knox.
So we need to talk about how they even meet, right? How they even stumble upon each other.
Yeah. It's just,
So accidentally, yeah. So yeah, it was it was actually really bad. So Billy can figure out how to get his Jason the Red Ranger his
Ankle bracelet.
turned off and
'Cause he's a
commit a
criminal.
felony and drive into the mountain, like he promises to drive into the mountains where Billy and his dad would go, and like Billy just wants to somehow knows where to dig, I guess.
Well, no, what I found more confusing is why he needed him Because he already had the car.
He didn't like to drive.
They
Yeah.
very briefly mentioned that,
Yeah,
and then like
'cause-
30
Must have
seconds
missed
later, he's driving.
Yeah,
must have missed it.
he's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to drive. Definitely not gonna drive. Definitely on 6.
But then, like when they get there, Jason just leaves the Red Ranger, and then happens upon Kimberly, like not totally skinny dipping, but just happens to be out by the.
She's
like,
having a good time.
You know, when you want to go gold mine swimming, you go to the gold mine quarry.
Exactly. Wouldn't it be
That's where you
freezing?
go to like jump into the water.
Yeah, she did a backflip in, and Jason's like they're like really creepy.
That's my
What do I
chance.
do here?
Oh boy, I wish I had binoculars.
I wonder if she works for one of the Yankees. It's a Tommy Boy reference.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Richard, who's your favorite little rascal?
Spanky.
Is it Alfalfa or is it Spanky?
All right, continue.
Back
Reel us in.
Back to Power Rangers. Yeah, so now we got 3 of them there. Then they just see what is that? How does Zach even come in? He just walks over.
He's
He
been
was-
like spying on Trina.
He was
or
spying
something.
on Trina. He's
And then the
doing like
explosion happens.
hard metal like karate
Yoga.
moves on the mountain
Because
Well,
reasons.
because she's
Well, how he comes in, yeah, he just kind of goes out there in the little. He sits on the train, and he spies there. But then when Billy makes the explosion, it draws everybody.
Oh, that's
to that
right.
area.
Yeah, so they all come to the air. Yeah, they all show up. Then they find the crystals, and like Zach is just like, I want to get rich.
He's like, come on. They're like, no, Zach, no, Zach, no, Zach.
Don't break it. Don't break it.
Is that racist or not? You know, you said he was Chinese, right?
What are you saying?
I don't know.
So what you're saying is this is like China. We
The greed
we
of
really got to
China.
take on China.
It's a
They're
global
taking-
message.
We owe them so much money.
Now I see
Yeah.
that you're making sense.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you're onto something.
I'm gonna be
Just
like,
when I thought I was really worried, then you brought it home.
Yeah, you really nailed it. So our segues between the tangents are not good yet. We need some like random voices to pepper this in. So after the explosion, cops show up in the quarry. They get in the van and like eventually
response time was
they
great,
all
by the way.
Hey, stop! And they're in this like
Stop, don't
old
come back.
minivan as they like race away and they get away from the cars. But then they jump a train. And I love this actually. They're like, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna
yes,
make it.
I did too.
I don't think we're gonna make it. And then they
They eat shit.
Yeah,
because
because,
it spins like 50
yeah,
times.
because like when your mind is like, oh, they're gonna make it. You know,
Yeah,
like, a typical.
oh,
Stupid
no.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh no!
Slam.
It's like, fuck you, people. What?
They might be okay.
But then I really thought they were gonna just like be okay in the car, which would have sucked too. Like that would have been even worse than if they just passed it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they just wake up in their beds and they have superpowers and have the coins.
My
The
favorite part
Spider-Man.
was how somehow Zach landed on the roof of the van as they were speeding away. He just jumped
Yeah,
off
like
a
what was
cliff.
his risk really? Like just he was like in the mountains.
Yeah, they're
No one
going-
was chasing him.
It's like
and he put his life at more danger by
yeah,
getting
exactly. It's like you could break your
Because they're a
legs.
team, okay?
It's like oh great, a diversion. I can go this way. You know.
Yeah.
But no, you're right.
They need to be together. That's
That was
the
logically like
he was
they're like what are
he
they gonna
knew
do?
maybe you could see the future and just
He could have been with the
reason.
girls.
Advanced Chinese technology.
yeah, maybe that was it.
He could have been with the girls. And like,
He was
"God."
really into Trini, or at least calling her names.
Yeah, I think he had a. Until yeah. Okay, but continue.
He had a tickling in his utility belt for her.
It's morphin' time. No one could see your little hand gesture.
Oh, I didn't make any.
Oh, you like lifted your hand like
Then I did.
subconsciously.
Then I did.
Like, you're erecting your hand.
We're like, "Excuse me."
Erection in progress.
So yeah, then it's just sort of like typical. They wake up, go to school. We've got powers. We got to talk about it. And then there's a cool scene where Billy like takes on the bully that's beating him up.
He
And,
didn't
like
do anything though. That was
Yeah.
Well, it was a nice take on that trope scene where he actually didn't do a thing.
he just stood there and just took the abuse, and the guy just kind of
Yeah.
fell over.
And the guy was like-
the whole time I was like, what the fuck? This guy would actually break this kid's wrist? Like, I'm glad I don't
I'm
go
gonna
to
break
school.
your wrist.
I'm glad I don't go to school
It's
these
like,
days.
dude.
Bullies are a whole new level.
I bet.
graduated so long ago.
It's, yeah, we're
Kids are taking it up a
millennials.
notch.
Generation Z. It's like hardcore, whatever they are.
Maybe you're a millennial. I don't identify.
I don't know what you are.
I'll let you know as soon as I find out. Gee.
I don't even remember. So, like, what happened? They just decided to go back? Is that when they just went back to
Yeah.
the shit, or to
Yeah.
the area where they got the crystals? And that's when they just that was actually a cool scene where they, like, the whole, like, figuring out your power scene was actually kind of good, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're, like, climbing the mountain. They jump over the cliff, and they have this shot of Billy, like, I can't do it. That was good.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Billy was
Yeah.
the best.
Billy, no!
I can't believe nobody's made the comparison to Chronicle yet.
Yeah, I see a little bit of that. I do. I see
I mean,
a lot.
everybody else doing a review
movie-
of this is saying
Oh,
the same
yeah.
thing, I'll bet.
It's a little bit, yeah. It is a little bit like it.
Kind of is. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a lot of it like it.
I see what you're saying. I actually see what you're saying. I kind of,
I don't think it's bad.
no.
Yeah. I mean, it's a logical way to do this, I guess.
It's better than sort of like, hey, teenagers here, and then you're Power Rangers now.
Teenagers!
Yeah.
Teenagers! ATSTs!
They didn't. Yeah, they used the teenager word I think once, which was good. Like in that movie, in the last movie everybody knows about.
Can this
Power
camera
Rangers.
see that? Are we going to get content ID'd?
I
We'll
feel
see.
like it'll be warped enough to get kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to be really risky, we could blur it out. But
Yeah.
No.
Our strategy
Yeah.
for post production here.
yeah.
You know, yeah.
Look, a lens flare.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
You know,
The more you know.
If we don't do anything as we like do like magic hands and like nothing happens after the
That's
fact.
what Ben does to me on my
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Hey, look, a lens flare.
That was funny. But
I don't even remember where we were.
They
had
always
just
back
finished
out
talking
their
about
powers.
Discovery.
Yeah, they're back
They
at
just
the
they did the jump and then like
Billy falls.
Billy
on
just
accident.
falls to his death over a cliff,
I'm
but like
alright.
he's okay. Yeah,
I'm okay. That was funny.
that was good. Yeah,
You should come down
like I
here.
said, They gave all the good stuff to Billy's character.
Yeah, he
every
was
single good line.
Good actor. He's a good actor.
and he was really good at it.
Well,
So yeah,
it seemed like they were using him for every time everybody needed to be a unit.
yeah. He brought.
He was kind of like Old Yeller, or
Old Yeller?
you know,
Died?
Like
He did
Well,
die.
he did that. And
Well
But
done!
he's kind of like like the dog that
Keep
You
going.
better
No.
be careful.
Keep going.
Yeah. You better be.
No, I'm saying,
You better tie this together.
I'm saying
buddy.
he's so loyal. He's like he brings everybody together.
That's
Yes.
true.
That's what
yeah,
I'm
the
saying.
innocent. He was kind of
Yeah,
the
the
innocent.
innocence
to
of
him. Yeah,
He's on the spectrum.
yeah.
I'm a-
As he said, and then they did like a really bad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically they fall into the canyon, into like water, and then that's when they do the like I'm black, and they're like glowing their colors, and then they sort of
How do you
swim.
glow black?
Yeah, you can see it.
I
You
think-
see everybody else's color.
Yeah,
You got a raw deal.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Sucky color.
But isn't black every color?
It depends on what model color you're using.
Semantics.
I could go on and on.
Orange, orange really gets the shaft in this sort of
Yeah.
this
needs
wheel
orange?
color wheel.
What about
Orange is not a primary.
What about ochre?
Purple?
ochre?
Ochre?
Yeah,
Isn't that like a brown?
yeah.
You want a brown ranger?
You know what?
Shit ranger?
Yeah. That would have looked weird if there was a brown glow
Hey
around.
guys, later, coming!
Like I'm a neon yellow ranger.
Why do I leave a trail everywhere I go?
Oh no, me a big toilet paper monster.
I was made for this.
We're gonna wipe the floor with them.
Yeah. Clean your car.
Finally, my day. They're generally primary colors except for black and pink and green and pink.
Pink, yeah.
So I guess there could be orange.
So,
but why would
Mr.
you-
Expert of Power Rangers,
I
do
mean-
they ever expand the the color
I don't.
the
think
color
so.
wheel.
I don't think so.
They don't get into like hex values of Power Rangers, like Green Lanterns, where there's like thousands of them.
That's kind of what this movie came off as. Is kind of a Green Lantern vibe to me.
Yeah, that's true.
The Rangers are all over the universe.
The magic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are they? Yeah, stop right here. Where do they? Oh, we got to start over.
Why?
Because you opened the can and it messed up the audio.
It did.
I'm just kidding.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, so like, what are they gonna do? Like, is the next movie gonna be them defending other planet? Like, how are we gonna make it like a
Well,
global, or is it are
because
there
there's-
Power Rangers on every
No,
planet?
no, but here's the deal. Like they talked about Rita talked about like other people want it too.
Is it the last crystal or something?
No, it's just
know.
every planet has a crystal, and people want it. It could be other planets' crystals, I guess.
I want to see other planets.
I wonder if
They're
there
gonna
were
go
more
defend.
Power Rangers.
Well,
Like
I think they're stationed on Earth.
So there's more Power Rangers though. Then
One could assume, I would say.
yeah.
And you're supposed to stay with one crystal. That's kind
Where
of
do those
what
aliens
you-
come?
compared to the crystal.
Where do you think those the Zordon aliens came from? Like those type of species? Like were they?
I think they
original
came
humans?
from Black Nox.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I was curious. Like, were they the original humans before humans, or like?
Evolution is a lie. It's
Well, the Earth is flat. I know that.
Clearly.
yeah,
I go by
That's
Kyrie Irving on that one.
yeah. That's really where.
I don't think we're meant to know the answers to all the questions.
Maybe that's for the next movies.
That's for the
Or you
sequel.
don't need to know it all. It's not relevant.
Really get no. We're gonna really dive deep into the nitty gritty of the science in the next step. Alpha.
He did two Is that
And it was funny. It was funny.
He was perfect.
Did
in
you see?
every
Did
way.
you see when they said it's morphin time for the first time? He went like this in the background. I thought that
Yeah, I
was
saw it
so
too.
funny.
Alpha 5 was awesome.
Yeah.
He was all right.
What?
It's just alright.
Where are you on this?
I'm in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
thought-
against him, and I'm
but,
not.
But I
don't love
liked
him.
when like they're all
You
staring at
guys
each
suck.
other at the
Whoa,
beginning.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
when they're
whoa.
all staring at each other like this, and like, why are you guys all staring at each other?
Yeah.
He broke the fourth wall.
The,
And that's so funny.
Kind of like improv-y kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
He
It's
was
so
good. I'm not saying I disliked him. I just was indifferent.
I love the little details of him and his like when they did their little training sparring sessions where his head would pop up and his arms could expand.
I did like
He's
him
a
fighting the
robot.
little putty. The little putty he was fighting.
Yeah.
I actually liked the putties the way they were. Like
so
they were
good.
like earthy clay. Whatever.
Bill Hader's the best.
Yeah, he's
Bill
a-
Hader is funny.
He has a great Al Pacino. He does.
Which he did in this movie. If you'll go see it,
I'll be right.
you're not gonna play along with me. At
Oh
all.
yeah. He did. Well, he did. I missed it. No, like yeah, he does.
As a robot.
It was the sound.
Yeah.
Of, it was the sound of
Alpha
the woman.
5 does yeah.
He's like, whoa. Like he did a lot of that.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So then we're in. So they like swim through. Yeah, we're like halfway through them. Not even at this point, and we're like 40 minutes into the podcast.
40 minutes in?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, quick. Yeah, yeah.
So he swim.
It says 23.
It's countdown.
That's countdown.
Right.
So he swim. All right, speed up. Swims through. They find Alpha 5 and the aliens. They find this alien spaceship. Alpha 5
Which
shows
never
up.
moves.
Yeah, just kind of is there.
Yeah.
And the robot shows up and like swings them all together to when they then go into like this one little room where there's a wall of
What are those things called? The little like
We know what you mean. The
Yeah.
pin.
the
Pin
pin where you
sculpture
put your
thing.
head on
fizz
it.
and hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's basically
what Zordon Bryan Cranston became was like a
They
pin's
uploaded
head.
his
Well, you know what?
consciousness to the computer.
Superman kind of did that. The Man of Steel did that. It was kind of
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
I liked what they did in Superman Returns, where they like 3D sculpted from footage. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Marlon Brando.
Yeah, they used like test footage of him from the
Yeah.
first movie and like made a new model, and
Yeah.
made him to say new things. It was
Yeah,
great.
they kind of like altered it a little bit.
But that's beside the point.
You little car. So they had to like stand on these lights to try and morph or whatever.
Yeah, so the whole thing, like, for like 30 minutes of the movie now is like they're like it's almost a montage, but not a montage of them training, not being able to morph
I hear
yet.
there's a pill for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta get that. They can't morph. They're training to fight anyway. Rita's like getting gold from people's mouths in a jewelry store because
To
she's
make her
got to
staff.
make Goldar, who's
Yeah.
her big monster.
She
Which
really should have gone to the quarry first.
Yeah.
yeah.
But she needed to make her staff first a gold
Yeah,
first.
she-
That's why.
and she starts as this like
Thank
leper of a person trying to get like gold teeth, and then she sort of like gets more attractive.
Who's the
as she
actress
goes.
again?
Elizabeth Banks. I hated everything about
Really?
that villain. Every single thing.
Really?
Oh, man.
I thought it was
You liked her?
for a Power Ranger movie.
than the original, Rita.
Yes, it was.
I love the
Power Rangers!
This is so over the top.
It was the same spirit of the character and a different take.
Okay, I hated her. I also have like a.
Ivan Ooze was much better as a villain.
I love
He
that.
was.
He was.
He
actually,
was.
He was.
I have a
Ivan
very
Ooze.
strong opinion about Elizabeth Banks in general, though. So like,
Well,
I don't
do-
like
I don't
her.
like
You don't
her
like
that much.
her?
No,
I don't like her that much either.
I was
but
I was
I
all
thought she was good in
prepped.
this movie.
I was all prepped to like
I love him.
complain to you guys about how like I always complain that she always has her mouth open. Like 95% of the time, her mouth is
And
open.
then
She's
her
a
mouth
mouth
opens
breather.
really
Stop
hard.
drawing attention
yeah,
to it.
yeah, but I don't know if it's like an acting thing, but then in this movie, her mouth is closed up quite a bit.
Until the end, until the end, like until
I'm
the
just
end,
full of
until
shit.
the end when they came out, when she's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible. Yeah, it's so bad. She sucked.
What?
So they train forever and they still can't morph.
You
Yeah,
did-
and then like I guess so then it just becomes about getting to Krispy Kreme. That's the whole movie.
That was funny.
It's like she's got to get to Krispy Kreme.
because that's where the crystal.
Because that's where
is.
the crystal apparently is. Because Billy at some point figured out that that's
Why is
where
the crystal so
it's
close to
at
the
Krispy
surface
Kreme.
of the Earth?
Yeah,
That's right, Billy's
that's a good
figured it out.
point.
You'd think it'd be somewhere near the core, maybe.
Giant dinosaur robots.
Well, they had the
No.
Trini or whatever. Trini, the Rita came to her house at night and like threatened
And
to kill her or
threatened her.
whatever, and told her where to find her or whatever, and then all the Power Rangers almost got killed. Or
It was a trap.
It was a trap. Yeah,
It's a trap.
it was a trap, and then Billy actually was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
He
telling
died
you,
for
like
us
for
anyway.
real dead.
I'm telling you, movies like when can we escape this systemic racism?
And
The
this
black
is it.
guy always getting killed
Oh.
first. He always gets killed. What then
We
happened?
did
was-
this. We did the same thing. He and I watched the new Blair Witch last week, and I was like, "No, dude, this is the first time the black guy doesn't die first." And then I forgot that he does.
it's like, come on, guys, let's evolve. Let's
So,
evolve.
well, I'd like to talk about that scene because he basically gets drowned because they were tied up, and then she like sends him into the water to kill him, which she does, which he dies. But then she frees the other ones
That was
for
dumb.
whatever reason, and then they pull him up. I thought they were just gonna save him. Then I thought they were gonna give him CPR at least, but
Yeah.
instead they just kind of stare at him as he's like,
dead.
"You're not breathing! You're not breathing!"
Well, Kimberly
shouting at him.
Kimberly took a picture and sent it to everybody.
Yeah, swipe right, swipe right on Billy.
Yeah, look at this.
Swipe.
100 views.
Yeah. But then, so he never wakes up, and he actually is dead, which was like
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
But then they carry him
oh,
all the way back.
They are
to
super
the-
strong, you know.
To
They
the
are.
cave.
True.
Maybe
But
one
then
of them-
this was at night. When they get to the cave part where they jump into the water, there's daylight now.
yeah.
So like whatever path they took, there's just like 4 kids lugging this,
And everybody's like-
this kid all the
So
way
wait a minute.
Really bad
across.
message.
Yeah, they're just like
They get stopped by a
a
police
dead
car.
body across like
A hate crime with the black
neighborhoods and
body. Yeah.
like kids going to school. There's they're like,
But
Don't
"Oh."
worry, we're friends with him.
Here's my thing with that. Like, so he drowned, right? He drowned, right?
Yeah,
They're under that water at the very beginning to like
for like
hours.
3 minutes.
And I'm thinking to myself, they're like immune to drowning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
that's
it's
what
like,
I thought.
and
It's like I'm good, but
it's
no.
like he wasn't underwater that long.
I only
Has
want to
it-
know how they got untied. Because why would she untie them herself?
That's the writers thinking, I don't know what to do here.
Well, that's a Power Rangers thing. It's a
It's just like,
kids'
"I'm letting
TV
you
show
go."
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she literally said,
I'm, just
I'm gonna
kill one of
I'm
you.
gonna tell you my evil plan. Like she literally said, I could keep it a secret, but I'm just gonna tell you.
Of course.
But they kind of
Yeah.
already knew because Zordon already told them. You know,
Yeah.
kind of. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like she wants the gold.
But
the
she
crystal.
just really wanted to get the information from
Of
Billy.
all this stuff, that's what I appreciate is they still tried to keep it, kooky and hokey like
Yeah,
the show.
They had some, except for the battle,
And that
guitar
hurts the
acts.
narrative, but so what? It's
That's
Power
worth it.
Rangers. That's what I wanted.
But so the whole like death scene was actually used. So like then they bring him all the way back to Zordon, who they ask for help, and he's not going to help them because they're not a team yet and they're no good. And there's just like a dead, lifeless body in the room for like 5 minutes as they argue with him. And then they like become a team and like, I would give my life for him. I would give my life. And then they're like, so basically Zordon the whole idea was that Zordon wanted to come back to life. That was the whole plan, right?
Yeah.
Like like if they were a team and could morph, then
He can
could come back to life somehow
through the morph
Through
grid.
their cosmic morphing
Through the
powers.
grid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it only worked once.
Yes.
yeah. So yeah,
But it gets one.
the rules of that were very kind of
Vague.
strange.
They were
Yeah.
loosely laid out.
And so basically, once he figured out that they were a team, he sacrificed his own life to give it to Billy, who then like
Well,
sputters up.
I think he did it despite that they're a team, because it was even though it was like
What?
it was against his like he figured out they were a team, but I think he did it was more of a Zordon character arc, because Zordon was kind of
That's
like,
true. He's kind of like
He's
yeah, he said there could only be one Red Ranger.
yeah, he kind of Zordon was kind of like, Rita's gonna come back, you bitches, you know.
That's a
Listen
direct
to me!
quote, by the
That's
way.
a flawless Brian Cranston.
It was.
Yeah, the second half of the movie, Samuel L. Jackson.
Let me do my
plays Zordon.
underpants. then I'm more traditional to Brian Cranston.
We have to morph.
Yeah, it's like the Blue Ranger. You think he wouldn't be the Blue Ranger, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue crystals.
Blue crystals.
That's right. The life crystals.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
really
There you
good.
go. Make the best. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So now they're great Power Rangers. They're best friends, and
Billy comes back to life because Zordon.
Yeah,
yeah,
because Zordon sacrifices
Billy's
himself.
alive now, so there is no afterlife.
And Zordon's stuck in the wall.
That's a
Yeah!
another message.
Yeah,
of
it's
the
like,
That's what we
explain
can
it.
glean
We're really
from this
taking
experience.
we're taking evolution, religion to task.
Yeah.
With Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, when stories like that happen, it's like Game of Thrones, like, it's dark. It's just dark. You know, Jon Snow,
Yeah.
like when, yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, never mind. I will ruin it for some
It's
people.
dark.
The first thing,
Yeah, it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, you know.
the first thing Billy says when he wakes up though is, "We got to go to Krispy Kreme,"
Yeah.
because that's where and he knows
Is
that
that
she's
good
going there.
product placement or bad
I
product
think it's
placement?
awesome
I think it's
product
funny.
placement.
It really is
As
funny.
long
like-
as it's funny.
We're gonna go to Menards for. It's sort of like how you did. Any of you see The Equalizer?
No.
I thought basically it's Denzel Washington action movie where he's an employee of Menard. He's like an ex CIA guy, badass who works at like a fake Menards, and the whole end sequence happens at a Menards, and so it's like
That's funny.
Remember Man
yeah.
of Steel?
Save big money.
Man-
Yeah, the Denny's.
Save-
I thought it was IHOP.
Or IHOP.
Something like that.
It was IHOP. That was kind of like lame.
I-
That was like the Michael Bay product placement with Mountain Dew. Like it was.
But they use this for like real intentional comedic effect.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like they
It's
had
Krispy
If you're gonna do it, own it.
they had actual
Yeah.
sort of like Rita goes and eats a donut.
It's the taste of the new
Rita
generation.
made Goldar before this, though, right?
Yeah.
Before they went to Krispy Kreme.
Right, so she makes the big giant.
See,
she
'cause I
finally
thought-
ends up at the gold quarry where all the gold is, apparently, rather than these like teeth, like tomato.
Well, that was a gold quarry before that?
Yes, it was. They mentioned it earlier in the
Okay.
movie.
You know what's
There's
great?
a lot of gold there, I
Yeah.
guess.
Apparently, but you know what? This like
Make
you
a
know, Angel Grove got
10-story
destroyed like in the process. Look at all that gold that was left behind. You know what I mean? If I was like
Rebuild
fuck,
it?
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
It was
I'm
molten.
tracking like I'm like Angel Grove. Everybody's a millionaire.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, like everybody
it looked
think
like a
about
pretty
that.
average town.
Yeah.
And it was
Fuck.
molten gold at that point.
Yeah, but you know, I'd be like, I'd be like doing something.
You'd be
Yeah,
losing.
it's burning. It's
During
burning.
this fight, you'd be riding.
No,
and
when it's
looting.
over, when they're taking selfies and pictures of the giant door, I'll be
You're-
like,
you're in
taking
the-
the axe to the goal.
I'm just gonna take this TV.
Now the TV and the goal.
Yeah, you don't care about the
Don't get
That's
the TV.
cool.
Get the gold. You
Gold.
can buy
It's like-
millions of TVs.
It's like I'll see this picture. I see it in my life.
Lugging it.
Everybody's taking pictures of it. I'm gonna get the goal.
lugging his giant leg
Yeah.
behind you.
Yeah, Goldar.
I thought Goldar sucked actually.
Yeah, I did
the
too.
look of him.
He looked kind of
The original Goldar was pretty cool.
Yes.
But he was pretty hokey too.
Yeah, but he actually had like a face rather than like a molten sort of.
My
Like
favorite.
they gave him the wings, which I thought was a good touch, but
my favorite.
he never used them or
No.
anything.
Yeah.
My favorite Goldar moment in all Power Rangers is in the movie where like Ivan Ooze goes, "Here comes that pretty little that cute little pink ranger. Oh, you think she's cute too, huh?" Like, that's like,
I didn't know Goldar was a Muppet.
yeah. Yes, Goldar.
So then ensues basically. Yeah, at this point they do like a really crappy fight scene where they finally morphed with the putty guys, the rock guys. That sucked.
Yeah.
That was terrible. And they did like the hokey old Power Rangers where they do like sound like
Spin kicks everywhere.
like dubbing over like while they're fighting, and it
Yeah.
just was crappy.
But a lot. The fighting was always crappy.
Yeah,
So it's par for the course.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we got
But
something
it was-
better, that would have been great.
But it was smart when Zach got the giant, like his Zord and just started
And
shooting
then they
the
go into
puppies.
the Zord.
It's like,
yeah.
that's fine, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so okay. So now basically, it
Oh, we
just
forgot about the part Zach just like takes a Zord.
yeah, he
out.
took his out for a
for free
joyride,
ride,
and
yeah.
it was stupid. It was
Yeah.
just to introduce the Zord.
Yeah, just yeah.
But like,
And
it
there's
showed
nuns.
that they couldn't control it. But then all of a sudden, when they can morph, they can control it
Yeah.
flawlessly without ever doing it.
Yeah, it's
That, well,
magic.
he said
Magic, yeah.
that. Alpha said that. You'll be one with the Zord.
Just
Thank
like
you, Ben.
that. Yeah. And then the rest of the movie is just a giant fight scene. But what did you think of both the Power Rangers costumes when they're morphed and the Zords?
This is my thought.
Good, because I was worried it was going to be somebody else's.
I thought the director did a good job, like with everything else in the movie, but the art direction I wasn't the hugest fan of. There's things I liked about the suit that it was part of them. It was way far thin, you know, but it was like
And it looked like dinosaur scales.
yeah, I like that. The suits were okay, and I like how they can show their faces a little bit. It was, but it was very generic. It was
The
very.
if they had gotten rid of the lips, I might have been
Yeah.
okay with it.
But it was very generic. The Zords are very generic, forgettable. It was like they try to make them more organic metal.
What were their creatures? Some of them had like 6 legs and
Legs,
stuff.
yeah.
Like it was.
I couldn't tell what they
weren't-
were.
One was a Tyrannosaurus Rex and one was the pterodactyl. But I vaguely saw the saber tooth, but I didn't know what the other two were.
The transformation or whatever, where they say they're
Yeah,
thing.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Were you really waiting for it?
I was.
I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know. The 6-legged one I kind of like 'cause it's like, what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Prehistoric. Maybe there was a 6-legged.
No.
dinosaur.
Maybe it's just supposed to be something cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
at
gonna
least they
look.
explained in this one that like they were just sort of buried with the ship rather than kind of
Yeah.
like appearing from like disparate areas,
Yeah,
just
and-
like at light speed. To,
And I did like how it's like because that was the time period that they were created, the Zord, so it's like a symbol of the fiercest animals.
well,
of
right,
the
because
time.
Sabertooths were around with Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Listen, you.
Just say so.
I'm telling
Just
they're
say-
rewriting science and history,
That's true.
so maybe we're all wrong.
That's true. Might be.
No.
Power Rangers has got it right. So, what did you think of the big climactic fight scene?
You know,
Nothing wrong with it.
yeah. I thought it was, yeah.
It sort of starts as them in the Zords attacking Goldar, and then it kind of spins into.
It was
like,
kind of clunky.
Yeah.
It was
It
kind
was
of
a little bit.
it was a little clunky.
I wish they like built it up more, like
Yeah.
Goldar getting into the city and shit like that.
It
A
did
bit
kinda
of- a
happen
little
all at
bit-
once.
Yeah, a little bit. Of
It was like,
panic.
all right, everything we know about Power Rangers and love, it was top heavy at the end.
Okay, go.
Fight the buddies. You know, look at your swords.
Yeah.
You
There was
know?
no-
Fight Goldar. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they like threw in the random like, who's the Red Ranger?
Jason.
Jason. It's like I see my dad whose car flipped and is on fire, so I'm gonna go help him.
But
And
he
so he
gets out
gets
of
out of his Zord and
Get-
runs over and pulls his dad out of the truck, and all the while like they didn't show a shot of it, but I was just thinking like his Zord is just kind of
Wait,
stationary,
it's,
just like
Tyrannosaurus
waiting in the background.
Here's the problem I had. Here's the problem I had with that. Like, as like,
Everybody in.
here's the problem I had with that. Like, it was stupid for him. Like, you can walk your Zord over there, and then jump out.
Yeah, he did like a little run.
And then he had to fight a couple putties.
He's
on the way.
new to
You
this,
know what I mean?
okay?
It's like you can run, like
First time.
you can park it right there. It's kind of like Rogue One, where they park the ship.
Yeah,
so it's like,
still haven't
it's like
seen
a
that.
3 mile
well,
walk.
golly, it's on video now. You can watch it.
But then it's just sort of, it was just sort of forced in as like
But
a.
he saves his dad, and his dad realizes it's him, and then puts a picture of a Power Ranger on the fridge.
That's right.
Now
He
now
knew
his-
it.
Now
He's
now
proud.
His, now his son isn't a piece
Character
of shit
arc
anymore.
completed.
He didn't know it
Son,
was
you're
him,
not a
but
piece of shit.
He didn't know it was him.
Then why did he put a picture of Power Ranger on the fridge in the place of his
That's
football
right.
photo?
You
know,
can eat
because-
inside tonight.
Because you know why? Because his son, his Jason, his son, in his mind, his real son is dead to him. The Red Ranger's his new son. You know, like yeah. At least he.
I'm
does
gonna meet
something.
that kid
You're,
someday.
Yeah.
you're nothing compared to that Red Ranger who saved my life.
Yeah, that could be like
It's like Spider-Man,
Yeah,
yeah.
Not to distract, but I'm looking at the old Power Rangers movie right now, and those masks have lips on them. What's wrong with that to you? Except for that one.
Gold
Is there something
on.
wrong with
I
that
don't
one?
know. I just in this one it felt clunky. They were like black, sort of like I don't know. They were more prominent in the.
But I guess it makes more sense in this one because the new one because it is
it's
more
like a
like
mannequin face.
but it is more part of their face, so it kind of forms with their lips.
But
Those don't make sense.
it's not utility at all. It's just sort of cosmetic. Like this is a face.
Yeah,
It's
well,
better than
you,
bat nipples.
you would.
It's better than bat
That's
nipples.
true.
I will defend bat nipples to the death. I mean, if they didn't do that, people would be like, "Why doesn't it look exactly like the old Power Rangers?"
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's
That's
a
true.
really
Although
hard
if
line
that's
to draw.
the case, then they're gonna flip their shit over Alpha.
I thought they did a really
Like
good
little
job with the
bug
suits
eyes.
because it's not the same, but it's not different either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have the like their
It had the
their
car-
Zord on their helmets.
It had that like Carney ride spray paint of like the little
It looked
cars.
like no, it was auto paint.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looked like.
Little
That's what I'm
flecks
saying.
in it.
Yeah, it's like
I kind of liked it. I don't know.
I like a little sparkle.
Looks like it can go fast.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the fight scene ends up exactly how you would think it would. But although they kind of tease out that they're all gonna die, which obviously they won't, but there's no real indication ever that they can transform into
Megazord.
Megazord. Because
But-
Rita was surprised.
Yeah, which is
How-
weird. Although she should know that.
Did the
'cause that's
crystal?
The Green Ranger.
Did the
was a
crystal
Power
make him
Ranger.
do that though? Did the crystal make him?
Like,
Oh, I wasn't sure.
well, it might have because
Did the
like it
crystal-
was very kind of ambiguous.
It
of
was.
what pieces of the Zords were
But what-
actually making
Did
up.
they
the,
meld with the crystal? Like that's
melt into it?
melded with it because there was like a big like.
So can they never separate again?
Well, I think maybe like the crystal added to the Zord power. That's what I was wondering.
Then, like-
that seems feasible.
That's
To
what I
do,
was
like
wondering.
Alex Mack kind
That's
of
kind of why I was like,
blending
why
and-
is she pushing them towards
bringing
the
the
powerful
references
thing?
tonight.
I appreciate someone got it.
But clearly she didn't know that the Zord could do that. But she's been a Power Ranger for how many years? I mean, like,
At
65
least 10.
million.
At least 10.
where's her fucking Zord? Like, really? Like, where is it?
Right. So what is the piece of Megazord that like is there
It's
like
missing. There's something missing.
a Yeah.
The cod piece.
But she didn't know because there wasn't a Megazord because that's why she was surprised. Because she didn't know that they could be a Megazord.
So it's a new creation from the Life
Yeah, 'cause-
Crystal.
Because she did her, like the thing that you hate.
Just gawking with her mouth wide open.
You know,
If I can convince one person watching this to like
I like her.
never be able to watch an Elizabeth Banks movie without seeing her mouth open, I'll be
I gotta watch Spider Man.
She has a deviated
she's in
septum,
Spider-Man.
okay?
You know, the original one.
watch it. Yeah, it's a medical condition. So Goldar basically pushes all the Zords into the Life Crystal pit fire, and they come out as Megazord, and then it's like kind of a whatever fight, like
Yeah.
to
They're
kill.
figuring out how to use the Zord in
Yeah.
their defense.
I thought the fight sequence at the end was kind of like it started out really well with the car sequence and like everything was really thought out, and the fight sequence at the end is like,
Yeah,
crammed.
whatever.
but it was Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
was Power
that's
Rangers.
what I'm saying.
It's kind of limited.
Yeah, it's my Power Rangers. I didn't like the art direction of
Me neither.
the. It was, and I didn't like it
I didn't
before it
like-
came in.
Me neither.
But like it's for a Power Ranger movie though. It's
More than I expected.
up there with the Power Rangers movie.
They made a good decision that when they were in the Zords, that their
They're
masks
separate.
were up.
Yeah,
And you see their face, so it wasn't just like a.
and then, you know what was kind of like because it was kind of like Voltron, in the sense where, in the show when they're in the Megazord, they're all together in the head, and they control different parts. But
That was.
but in Voltron, they're still in their assigned areas.
Yeah.
Like and so they still.
I control the
I
leg.
kind of like that.
Maybe the Green Ranger controlled like
The dick.
the
Yeah.
dick.
The asshole.
No, that's the Brown Ranger.
That's right.
Brown
We
Ranger
talked
controls
about
the
that
asshole.
Yeah. Browner.
We gotta dump some waste. My time to shine.
Dung Beetle, activate!
Ready? Bluetooth.
And purge.
Time to go to White Castle.
It's Krispy Kreme.
Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme.
God,
Get the
White
product
Castle will be in the
placement
sequel.
right.
That's where the other crystal is.
So I guess yeah. So,
The Slider crystal.
so the reason I like the Black Ranger too is that he had a mastodon. Like his thing was like this weird
They had, like,
nebulous
multiple
creature.
legs.
Like it was weird, and they didn't show it ever fighting. So
Oh.
anyway, they
They
stop
were-
her, and then she. What is she?
Clearly, the Pink Ranger has the best Zord.
Yeah, she
They
was like
smack her in
kind of
outer
like
space.
carpet bombing. Yeah, and so but yeah,
They
so
slap
the
her.
fight's over. Rita like super jumps at them to like I'm gonna kill you guys, but then they bitch slap her into space and she freezes to death.
And she's like, she freezes and she's headed towards the moon.
I want her to land on the moon.
Yeah, where her base is originally in the original show.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Well, he didn't know that.
I didn't. I
You
didn't
didn't know?
remember
Why are
that.
you here?
That's like the one thing I
Yeah,
remember.
if you wasn't here,
It's in the
No,
opening
no,
of
we
every
can't finish without
show.
you.
Yeah.
We can't finish without you.
And so basically, like, and then in the teaser, yeah, they're gonna be Power Rangers now and protect the life crystal, I guess, going forward. And then there's a teaser that there's gonna be a Green Ranger
Who's
in the
gonna-
credits.
Who's going to be associated with Rita because she was the original Green Ranger.
No, because they got the green. Did they ever get it?
No,
from her?
because she has it still, I think.
she did
I think they should
I think-
bitch slap that
but-
in
but-
space.
but-
with her staff.
Yeah, here's the deal.
I don't know.
Yeah, here's the deal. Like in the show, the Green Ranger was originally bad.
He was
'cause
evil, right. Green is
created,
evil.
Rita created her, and he
White
turns good.
Ranger.
He turns as Green Ranger turns
Good.
good.
White power.
So she's gonna make another. She's gonna make the Green Ranger.
it is pretty
That's true.
transparent.
That
Like
is
they made
true.
it white.
White
true.
is
And
all
he
the
be-
colors
and he became the.
in,
And
in an additive color.
he became the leader because like they kind of like
Because Jason was slacking.
yeah they're like see you guys
Yeah.
new Ranger
Because we
bitch.
need
You
something to
failed.
prop up the show. The ratings are going down.
Yeah.
Let's add some more.
yeah, but like I think they're gonna make the Green Ranger bad in the next one.
Seems
And they're like they show like a zoom of like his jacket, like, well, wait to cast this. This is a good way, you know. Like, they're not gonna be sold on somebody.
Tommy.
He's in
They used
detention
Tommy.
too.
Yeah,
He better have a ponytail or something.
he better. And like speaking of Tommy and Rangers, they made a cameo. The Pink Ranger and Tommy.
Yeah, they were in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like
Did you notice that?
they were front and center.
They were when at the end they were taking pictures. It was the original Kimberly and the original Tommy.
What?
Yeah, you missed
See
it.
it,
You didn't see it.
Oh,
Me and you caught it.
let's
Me and you
go.
caught it. Me and you
It looks
caught
like
Gotta
me and
go
you are the
back.
only true fans here.
I think
tonight.
so too.
Mm.
Yeah. Well.
So overall,
Yeah, they're in the crowd taking the picture of the giant sword.
Are we gonna go around like give a
yeah,
tiny
we'll
review,
do like a spin. Like,
tiny number?
worth it or not?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was fun. It's Power Rangers. So if you go in and expecting like Power Rangers that you love, yeah. I mean it's not Schindler's
It's not
List.
too. It's not too serious. It's not too.
Yeah,
funny.
it's not.
It's like 90% Schindler's List, though.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
The Holocaust.
Yeah,
scene is-
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
there's a shower sequence.
I thought it was good too. I'm glad I saw it at the theater. I don't
You
know
say
that
theater. You say
theater. I guess theater.
I like it.
Theater.
Theater.
Y'all go to that theater.
I don't know that if I didn't see it in the theater, I would watch it at home. But
I'll watch it
it's a
again.
good theater
I'll
movie.
watch it again. I'll
Yeah,
watch it again.
I have to say I'd put it in my top 2 Power Rangers movies list.
Mine too. Mine too.
Top two,
Mine
huh?
too. It's in the top 2.
It's in the top 2.
It was a decent movie.
I think it was definitely worth it. Although what makes it worth it for just about anybody who's not even a Power Rangers fan is that they didn't make it like a kids. Like it could have easily been
Yeah,
more
could've
kids movie, and it could have easily been really like source material or
Yeah.
It's
like
fun.
this was more accessible, I guess, for anybody to go see it.
I think it was pretty fun. And I kind of like a little bit of the score.
Even
It was-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I like a little bit of the. It had like the. It kind of had like the Stranger Things.
Yeah, it had a
kinda
Stranger
going,
Things
like
vibe
80s
a little bit.
synthesizer Tron kind of feel to it. I kind of like that a little bit.
And they even had the Yippee Ki
Mother.
Yeah, and
Mother,
then
just mother.
Yeah.
just mother. Yeah, that's all right.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
That was good. That was like a good cutoff.
And there was a kid sitting next to us that had some good zingers. The whole
Yeah.
the whole show. That
Yeah.
was pretty funny.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Like he's a terrible person. She's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like a terrible thing to do. Yeah.
I think that's it.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. No, I think it was yeah, watch it. I give it a 1 thumb up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like
That's pretty.
well,
You started with
well, I mean,
Nah,
it's
not
like
the 2.
It's like you can't like if we're gonna give it 2,
I'll
we're
give
gonna
it
give it 2.
1 and
On a
knuckle.
scale of 1 to Power Rangers, I give it a Power Rangers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Cool.
Bye. I guess I'll turn it off.